On the edge of a quiet neighborhood in Dakar, there lived the smallest puppy anyone had ever seen. He had no name, no collar, no home. Each day, he searched for crumbs near the roadside. Each night, he searched for somewhere dry to sleep. But the streets were never kind for long. One evening, the sky grew darker than usual. Thick clouds rolled in from the sea. The wind whispered through empty alleys. The puppy felt it before it happened. The air was changing. And then the rain began. The rain was not gentle. It fell hard and fast, flooding the gutters and washing away cardboard shelters. The puppy ran under a parked car, too wet. Behind a closed shop. Too cold. He trembled, soaked and afraid. For a moment, he wished he could disappear. Through the curtain of rain, he saw a small building at the end of the street. It was a quiet primary school. The wide veranda had a roof strong enough to block the storm. With the last of his strength, the puppy ran toward it. He curled himself in a dry corner. The rain roared loudly outside, but under that roof, he was safe. When morning came, the rain had stopped. Birds sang softly. Children began arriving for school. A little girl noticed the tiny brown shape sleeping near the wall. "He's still breathing," she whispered. Her teacher knelt down gently. The puppy opened his tired eyes. For the first time, he was not chased away. The school decided to keep him. The children named him Storm, not because he was fierce, but because the storm had carried him somewhere safe. He became the school's quiet guardian. Every afternoon, he slept peacefully under the same veranda that saved his life. Years later, whenever dark clouds gathered, Storm would sit calmly and watch the sky. He no longer feared the rain, because sometimes what feels like destruction is only redirection. The rain that once terrified him had washed him toward love. So tonight, as you listen to the sound of distant rain, remember this: not every storm comes to break you. Some storms come to guide you to the roof that was always waiting. Close your eyes now and rest.
In a quiet corner of a small town in Douala, when the sky turned deep orange and the market lights began to fade, a tiny brown puppy curled himself beside a wooden bread stall. His ribs showed through his thin fur. His eyes carried the weight of too many lonely nights. Every evening he watched people pass, but no one ever stopped. The bread stall belonged to a quiet man named Baba Etienne. He woke before sunrise each day to bake warm loaves, soft, golden and fragrant. He had no wife, no children, just silence waiting for him at home. One evening, as he packed his unsold bread, he noticed the puppy watching him. Their eyes met. For a long moment, neither moved. The puppy did not bark. He did not beg, he simply watched. Baba Etienne sighed softly and broke off a small piece of bread. He placed it on the ground. The puppy hesitated, then slowly stepped forward. That night, for the first time in days, his stomach was not empty. Days turned into weeks. Each evening the puppy waited. And each evening, Baba Etienne pretended not to notice him, while quietly leaving behind a little more bread than before. Something unspoken was growing between them. Not ownership, not obligation. Just understanding. One night, heavy rain fell over Douala. The market emptied quickly. The puppy trembled under the stall, soaked and shivering. Baba Etienne paused. He looked at the dark sky, then at the puppy. He gently lifted the small, shaking body into his arms. "Tonight," he whispered, "you come home." The house was small, the walls were simple, but it was warm. The puppy curled on an old woven mat. For the first time, he slept without fear. And for the first time in many years, Baba Etienne did not eat alone. In the quiet of the nights that followed, something changed. The house no longer echoed with loneliness. The puppy followed Baba Etienne everywhere, to the bakery, to the market, back home again, and though the puppy never spoke, his presence said everything. One evening, as the sun melted into gold, Baba Etienne smiled softly and said, "You waited for me, every day. I will call you Chance, because sometimes the smallest chance meeting can fill the biggest emptiness." And so, under the soft African sky, a lonely man and a homeless puppy found warmth in each other. Not every family is born. Some are baked slowly, like warm bread at sunrise. Sleep peacefully tonight. Love often comes quietly.